Night Live.
Saturday Night Live, yeah. God, that's a great way to
That's a
start.
great way to start.
Just drop my phone. All right, Horrible People review. Almost said Game of Thrones. True Detective Season 2, Episode 1, The Western Book of the Dead. We are the horrible people that review the television shows. We're missing 3 of our council members because 3 of our council members are lazy douchebags who don't want to contribute to the channel. So fuck it.
So I guess we're the core.
So we're the core, you and I. Co-partners or co-captains. It reminds me of us Scrubs when Elliot and Dr. Elliot and fucking that was his name, Zach Braff. They were like co-chief, and then they just kept calling Zach Braff co-chief and her chief, and he kept getting upset.
I never seen that show.
It went down. It went straight to shit after season 3, so don't worry about it.
Every show does.
Oh yeah, look at Game of Thrones.
You don't think that's another video?
That's another video. That's another video. All right, True Detective. What did you think of the episode, man? This is the first episode of the series for you. I've seen season 1. What do you think?
So I went into this blind, like you said, because I'd never seen True Detective before, and you can watch the season like anywhere because it's their own story. So I was getting confused with the characters a bit because like they kept switching, right? And I thought I'd be used to that from Game of Thrones and The Wire. But then when it all came together at the end, it kind of clicked. And I really like how they did it, where they had like they set up the 3 main characters, and we saw part of their backstory in the episode, and then they brought them together at the end, and now we see where they're going for the rest of the season to find out this murder of the guy of Casper. I think it's a really smart way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think this format would have worked better on a Netflix, where they have all the episodes.
Yeah, because immediately after I finished this episode, I was like, I need it. I need the next episode right now, and it's not there. Where the fuck was Netflix, man? Like when Nick Pazzolatto, or where the fuck, who the guy who writes the show and show runs it, when he was shopping this around, where the fuck was that? You know what? I bet they were making Marco fucking Polo. I bet that's what they were fucking doing instead.
When I read his name, I thought he was like the son of the guy who wrote The Godfather.
Mario. What the hell's his last name? Mario.
Oh, like it's like P. It has P and Z in it, so it kind of clicked in my head. Like, oh,
Puzo.
Yeah, Puzo or something like that.
For Mario Mafia fucker. This guy. Yeah, I don't know. I really I loved this first episode of True Detective. This episode was so right on point. Like, this episode would have been like if The Wire only focused on McNulty, Bunk, and fucking Kima. This is a great start to what is going to be a great first season. Second.
Well,
God damn it.
Well, I think like I see your point in that, but they also have like one criminal guy they focus on as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Oh, Vince Vaughn. When I first started hearing him in this role, when he's having the meeting with his wife and the other guy, and they're figuring out where the fuck is Capital, I felt like he was reading a bit, like the whole "never let anybody know you're hungry" bit. I was like, it feels like you rehearsed that in your dressing room, and you're still rehearsing now, but they're recording you. But I immediately was like, you know what, whatever. I really, as his scenes kept coming, I enjoyed it more and more. I hope this is Vince Vaughn's resurgence. I really hope that he can come back with as a serious actor, as a dramatic actor.
You know what him and his wife reminded me of?
Who?
It's like Kingpin and Vanessa from Daredevil, but like 5 years down the road when they have everything established.
Vanessa, where's Casper? Vanessa, I love you. Oh, big tub of shit, Vincent D'Onofrio. I love that guy. That guy is so great. He's great in Jurassic World, and if you haven't seen Jurassic World, go fucking see it.
Yeah, but we were talking about how Colin...
Not in True Detective, so it's Vince Vaughn, not Vincent D'Onofrio. I can't... Vincent whatever the fuck. Whatever his last name is.
Yeah, but we were talking earlier off camera how Colin Farrell's character is kind of like Jimmy McNulty, except like more aggressive.
Yeah, significantly more aggressive. We don't know what, like I was telling you earlier, McNulty's like a genius level detective.
Yeah.
And this guy just seems like he's like if Tyrion and Jaime Lannister became a police officer. He's an alcoholic and he acts on impulse. And he fucking, like, he's just I love watching Colin Farrell's character on this show. It's so fun. Colin Farrell likes to do shitty movies, and he's doing a great TV show now.
That's good. it's interesting to me that their TV show could bring in like all these big actors.
Oh,
Like
it's
Colin Farrell.
HBO. Don't forget the network it's on. It's HBO.
Yeah.
Who's remember like I was watching this roundtable of actors, and I can't remember. Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl on The Walking Dead, was saying, well, back in the day, whenever an actor would say, "Hey, I got a TV show," they'd say, "Oh, hey, that's good, man, but keep trying, you'll get there." Like it was, now all of that movie quality stuff is in TV shows, and like movies are sort of going. Mainstream movies aren't too well off at the moment. They keep sort of recycling stories and plots and stuff, and just franchises. But TV is just coming out swinging with great shows.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't like the actors that are on HBO get big because of HBO, not they're big and then they go to HBO?
Yeah, I think HBO is big because of how selective they are with their programming, and the actors that are on there go on to work on other things. But I think that because remember, not every actor gets cast in a lot of look at Oscar winner. What the hell's his name? Forrest Whitaker and Benicio del Toro. Those guys, they don't get cast in a lot of things. Like Paul Thomas Anderson was talking about that. Look, you can be an Oscar winner and still have trouble getting cast in something. You remember how competitive it is. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of actors, and only like a 0.1% are the really famous guys at the top. So these people are like Rachel McAdams is not an A-list celebrity. She's not Angelina Jolie or anything like that, or what the hell's her name? Jennifer Aniston or something like that.
Do you think like Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn are they Brad Pitt level?
No, I think they're I honestly, for the three or four headlining actors in the show who we know, their popularity has really wavered down in the last few years. Vince Vaughn's last 3 or 4 or 5 movies have bombed. Colin Farrell's last few movies haven't really been good. Crazy Heart, people loved him in, but I mean, just a lot of his other more mainstream films haven't been really done well. I don't know what Rachel McAdams has been doing. Like
one of my favorite, wasn't she Lois Lane?
No, that's Amy Adams.
Oh, goddamn Adams!
Completely unrelated. Yeah. And Taylor Kitsch. That guy's career is just taking a fucking nosedive. I mean, he's a great actor. He was in Battleship. He was in fucking John Carter of Mars. I heard was a great science fiction movie, but it was the worst marketed movie ever. But I heard that was great, but that didn't do well at the box office.
No, what I was gonna say is I kind of like seeing more actor low level actors. Like on when I started watching Game of Thrones, I didn't know who any of those people were. So I'm more into the character. Where if this, I'm like, oh, that's Colin Farrell and that's Vince Vaughn.
I get you, yeah, because I'm just I honestly think Colin Farrell is disappearing behind that mustache for me. He's disappearing away. I'm just all right. I just forgot his fucking name now. God damn it, I don't know his name, but I love his. I'm actually really liking it. I don't know that much about them, but I'm fully prepared. Why can't Netflix have this show? Seriously.
Yeah. Just have this show, Netflix. God damn it.
Why couldn't Marco Polo be made by HBO? Fuck Marco Polo.
They have fucking Sense8. They took a character from Naruto and just made it a whole show.
That's what they did. It's Naruto. They just Naruto'd up. We should probably talk about the episode before.
Yeah, well, I think I talked about the actors count, but I was gonna say because you talking about Colin Farrell when it switched to younger him, at first that didn't click that was a flashback. I'm like, that guy looks a lot like Colin Farrell. They probably should have cast them in the same show.
Yeah, it's wow. I wonder if Colin Farrell and that guy met. Weird. Yeah, they both had their shit together. You can tell Vince Vaughn was a more he was small time. Not small time, but he was not as set up as he is now. He wasn't wearing the suits or anything. He's still hanging out in a fucking shitty bar. He's still hanging out in a shitty bar by the end of the episode.
He's doing the fucking what's his name? What's his fucking name? On The Wire.
Greek? The Greek.
No. Bruh. Oh my God. Who did the guy on The Wire that's played by the guy that might play the Black James Bond?
Idris Elba, Stringer Bell?
Yeah, he's doing the Stringer Bell. He did the Stringer Bell thing where he's trying to elevate from drug dealer to businessman. But he already got there. He's at the businessman part now. Well,
Yeah,
then,
well, he's trying to. I like Stringer Bell. He's trying to make it happen, but Stringer Bell got swindled. Well, I think Vince Vaughn's character knows what's going on.
right.
Yeah, I think he knows how business works. Oh, luckily, there's no Senator Clay Davis in this fucking episode in this show that would fucking. Shit, man. Oh man, I'm so excited for the rest of this season.
But from this episode, I got the feeling that the guy from Sons of Anarchy,
Mm-hmm.
he's the one that had,
Osif.
yeah, he's the one that had Casper murdered, I think.
I don't know. Because I think you can connect that, but at the same time, it's like I think what I got out of it was that Vince. It's fun to say Vince Vaughn. Well, Vince Vaughn, the actor who's making a corrupt business deal, his character. I think everybody's trying to focus on this railroad. What is this? Hell on Wheels? They're trying to focus on this railroad. This not. The hell is it called? Not a railroad. It's a rail something. It's a
some rail shit.
Okay, railroad. There's railroad, and they're trying to get it going because I think even Osip is like, well, where the hell is Casper? Everyone's looking, where's Casper? Nobody knows where he is. And we at the end of the episode, we find Casper's dead. Casper, his eyes were like chemically burned out of their sockets, and he was like beaten in his pelvic area.
So whoever did that is probably Ramsey Bolton's ancestor, or
his descendant. Yeah,
his descendant.
Fucking, and then you have that guy. Ben Casper's house is all full of sex stuff. He has a statue of a dick kneeling. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like,
what?
To eat their own, but okay.
Yeah, he has a Hollywood dick naked in the bowl.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that? When I love how Colin Farrell's partner said, "When I die, just burn all my stuff."
Yeah, I got a system. When I die, burn everything. Just shred it. Just burn everything and get rid of it.
That actually reminds me of this little thing on like Naruto where someone's dad died, right? And like you know how in anime they kind of make like things like that comical sometimes. He was like he told his son like, "Go in the house, go to the drawer, and take this thing out. Make sure your mother doesn't see."
Oh shit. Although it probably took him like 9 episodes to get to the fucking house with all the filler, all the stuff going on.
Yeah, but like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, how about that scene where Colin Farrell and his fat son, and I'm like, oh, he looks like a good dad. I think he's gonna be a character who means well but fucks shit up. And then later in the episode, you see him lose his shit on his son. He's like, "Listen to me, you fat little pussy!" Like, I was like, "What the fuck? That's not constructive. Holy shit! You tell me who it is right now, or I'm gonna pull your pants down and spank you in front of the whole cheerleading squad." One, and then you have like the nice like, the stepdad probably who's like with his wife now, the guy who's looking out for the kid, like. Oh man, that's so great! I thought that was so amazing.
Wait, I saved the line that I wanted to say that he said. Colin Farrell. He said, "I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mother's headless corpse on this lawn."
That's a beautiful fucking quote. That's a quote.
He William Regaled Aspen. What kind of bully's name is Aspen? What the fuck?
Aspen.
He's like William Regaled that with the brass knuckles.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of that kid's father. He beat the shit, like, oh my god, like how do you not get? How is he not in jail? Like, yeah, he stoned,
right?
Smoking weed in the car when he got the call. He was already drunk. He drove over there, chain smoking cigarettes. How does a dad not smell alcohol, weed, and cigs all over this guy and go, yeah, let me get my son. I'll be right back.
I think you were right when you said. I think you said it off camera when you like his whole department is probably corrupt.
Yeah,
there's no way he can get away with that if they're not.
Well, I think they said that. Oh, this guy's with the police. I don't think he told them. He could have lied on what like police department he was with, but then they could have described him. But then you describe, well, he was a police officer who dressed kind of Southern, who had a mustache,
and he was white.
And he was a white guy. Maybe long hair. It's like what? Like how do you? Yeah, he's a cop with a mustache. Yeah, we'll get right on that, sir.
He definitely has an attitude problem.
He's like, yeah, that narrows it down to about 50,000 fucking people. But
No, but like I have a weird mind. So when I saw like at the end of the scene when I saw his the lady who played that guy's mother come out, right, to help,
Mm.
I was like, I wonder what role she had. Why is she doing this small role?
it's probably just like, hey, we need you to act like you're concerned for your husband and everything, please. Wit! Oh, like just runs over to him. Like I hadn't seen not since who's the person in Game of Thrones who got their ass beat? Not the Hound, the guy who just got physically fucking beaten in Game of Thrones.
The only thing I'm seeing right now is the beginning of season 7 of Thunder of Anarchy when Jack beat the shit out of that guy in jail. That's the only thing in my head.
Yeah. Oh, and then that torture scene. Sons of
Oh.
Anarchy season 7 was fucking horrific, but oh man,
In a good way. Like,
you have Vince Vaughn really, his character really trying to hold shit together. Like, at least in Mad Men, you got that first season of everything working out. You just saw everybody at their peak levels of awesomeness, and then you saw it kind of descend into madness.
Wait, what show?
Mad Men.
Oh yeah.
In this, it just seems like it's like in Sons of Anarchy. We never get to see that that run of awesomeness from the characters. You just see like there are 3 Mexicans dead, and Tig came inside of all of them. So like all this shit happened, like all this. So this show just seems like it's leaving paradise and slowly down an escalator descending into hell. So
and I'm really interested to see what Colin Farrell's character, like his capability as a cop. Could we've been comparing him to McNulty, but McNulty's like he's fucking a genius. So we have to see if like for McNulty it balanced out between his like drinking because he could fucking like solve everything, but we have to see if it happens with this guy the same.
Yeah, with McNulty's like drinking with his like Popeye spinach, like that guy would get shit faced, and just like the way, like I just remember in season 2 where he's connecting the bodies with the wind current coming out from the harbor, and he's just taking a giant shit on the police department that fucked him. And
Right.
this guy just seems like he's really impulsive. He really just acts.
Yeah.
On.
And then, what do you think the arc's going to be for each of the 3 main cops?
I'm really impressed with Taylor with Woodrow, Taylor Kitsch's character. I think Taylor Kitsch is a great actor, and he's just like I don't even need to see in like what he went through in the army because I can just see it on his face.
Right.
You know, not to mention the scarring and everything. I can see it right on his face that this guy saw some shit that fucked him. He has to take Viagra. He's suffering from erectile dysfunction. His girlfriend is obscenely hot.
Yeah, and like that's how you know some things fucked up when he had like the exceedingly hot girlfriend. He's like too depressed to like bang her.
Yeah, well, he's just like, all right, gotta like suck it up now. Gotta bang my hot girlfriend. Oh, fuck it.
Oh, woe is me.
Woe is me. It's like, and then and then you had Rachel McAdams.
Right.
What was it? You had a great theory on what?
Yeah, I think the theory I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, well, you had a great theory that you saw on Twitter, but it's your theory. Fuck the Twitter guy.
Yeah.
That you saw that the freaked out the guy because I was like, well, what could have happened? Was it anal sex? I think no, a guy wouldn't think anal sex is weird. You would just jump in there, and maybe as you saw on Twitter, would you like to say it, or do you want me?
Yeah, I'll say it. That she probably tried to eat the guy's ass.
Yeah, just when it. Oh, if that's true, will we see a scene with Rachel McAdams eating out Colin Farrell or Taylor Kitsch's ass?
It's HBO, so
Probably
just
right in just airplane nosedive into that thing. But it was
right.
I think Taylor Kitsch's. I don't know what his arc is going to be. I think one of them. I think 2 of the 4 main characters are going to die. I think it's. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Rachel McAdams, and I think it's going to be Vince Vaughn.
Maybe because it's too obvious, but I think it's gonna be Taylor. What's it? Taylor Kitsch?
Taylor Kitsch. Woodrow. Woodrow. 2 fucking syllables, motherfucker. Yeah.
So he kind of seems like on the edge. Like I thought he was gonna die this episode when he was riding the bike.
Yeah.
Down like 100 miles per hour. I was like, oh, he's gonna freaking go off a cliff or something. So if 2 or 4 die, I'll say I'll say maybe Woodrow and Colin Farrell's guy.
Yeah,
That might
all
be
right.
too obvious.
Colin Farrell is Detective Velcoro. Rachel McAdams is Annie Bezarides. Jesus, none of these names are so. What happened to Smith? What happened to the name Smith? Seriously.
Whenever I watch a new show, I don't know if it's happened to you or the people who are watching this video, but it takes a few episodes for me to get all the names together. Because they're not like constantly saying it on like drama shows.
Yeah, that's how you know you're watching one of those like these shows, because like in House, everyone's calling him House, Doctor House, House. Oh, where's Doctor House? Have you seen Doctor House? I'm thinking about Doctor House right now. In like
it might be
The Wire, I didn't know anyone's fucking name. I had no idea who anyone was in The Wire for a while.
No, but like on like Seinfeld or something that's comedy, they always like saying their names, so it's not a big deal. And the cast is way smaller. Like I don't think I knew anybody's name on Game of Thrones until season 2.
I just thought like of these 4 main characters, they're like on a Seinfeld show. Which one of them's Kramer? Like what the fuck? Like that's insane. I don't know.
It's gold, Jerry.
It's gold, Jerry.
I think Rachel McAdams' arc is going to be definitely involving her family.
Yeah, I love that character actor from House and other. I think he was also in Heroes. The guy who was fucking Matt Parkman's wife, I believe. But yeah.
And then for Colin Farrell, they're going to be battling like he has like his alcohol problem, he has the corruption, and now he has this case. So I think out of all 4, he's probably like the most main of the mains.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to see just. I don't know really what to expect, because from the first season it was just fucking anarchy with everything. It just how it went. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was just great. Yeah, Rachel McAdams' character. Yeah, honestly, if it was in any other state, I would have called bullshit on her father being like a religious leader. But right. I'm like, oh, they're in California. Of course he is.
See, for this first episode, it's kind of hard to talk about like plot details because there wasn't like too many of them. Like we can go deep into and get theories on.
Yeah, they drop seeds in the soil. They haven't even covered the seeds over to plant. Like, that's the problem. I really would like to see. Really, I like to see more of Colin, because I know obviously that wasn't the first time he blew up at his son, Velcoro. Like, I like to see where that goes with everything. I think the stepdad's gonna bite the dust. I think Colin Farrell's gonna have him taken out via his mafia connections.
Right, that's possible. But I think like something I found interesting in this, I don't know if it's in season 1 as well, but like they play dramatic music on like scenes that aren't very like super dramatic.
I like the soundtrack a lot. I really like. I was just like, what the hell is it? Why are there dramatic drumming? It's just getting a Coke out of the vending machine. Like, it kind of
gives like this episode felt, I guess I don't know if it's the right word, like kind of psychedelic in a way.
Incomplete would be the one for me. It just sort of felt like I'm getting a high, and then it just sort of took it away. I'm like,
I mean, like the aura of like all the scenes is like kind of like floaty, psychedelic, like clouds. Something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Honestly, that's it. That's exactly how the first season went. The first season felt like you're on an acid trip, you know, and not like Apocalypse Now, where it's a literal type of like trip, but it's just like the more in True Detective you went. It was like more like a psychological trip than a Wonderland type of thing, like in Apocalypse Now. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Apocalypse Now, watch it.
Watch Apocalypse Now.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'm so pumped for the rest of this season. Are we leaving anything out? I mean, Rachel McAdams. Oh, I love how she leaves the freaking the casino. She's just like, fuck off. I was like, classic McNulty. It's just
like I think the guy who writes the show probably had like a picture of McNulty in his bedroom, like above his bed.
It's like this, just like
I wouldn't be surprised to see Dominic West like walking by in one episode.
This is walking by. Hey, I'm on The Affair now. Catch it Sundays on Showtime. Like, just walk right by. I want to watch that The Affair. Anything Dominic West is in, I really like to see.
But plot-wise, this wasn't a too heavy episode.
It wasn't. It was just more like there's like shit's happening, and then just walks out of the room. And you're like, what? What are you saying?
Right. And then they had like things that like I guess it's supposed to be very dramatic, like the looks all 3 cops gave each other at the end. Like, they're supposed to be very dramatic, and maybe they don't get it, but we as viewers can see because of like we saw all their stories so far this episode, and they're three like diverse characters. Now they're coming together, and they're going to be like a unit to solve this case. If you saw the preview of the next episode.
Yeah, and how about that not the whorehouse, but the webcam, the cam house that they broke, and then she saw her sister. Her sister's like, "I'm straight edge, bro. I'm clean. I'm off drugs."
Yeah.
I'm like, you have a good hair and you're masturbating in a random house. Like, I think you got bigger. I mean, then again, I'm like, well, what is porn? I mean, yeah, porn's them just having sex for, I'm like, you know what, whatever. If it makes her happy and she can pay the bills and such. I mean, it could be worse. She could be like, Walter White or something. I think she's okay.
I think life lesson from horrible people: do what you love if it doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, do what you love if it doesn't hurt anybody else. Yeah, seriously.
If we see more of her sister's like straight edge cult, we need CM Punk.
Just bring CM Punk in here. He has to come in with the song Miseria Canter right behind him. His Ring of Honor entrance, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Would he grow out his blonde hair again?
Yeah. He just dyed his hair.
Yeah. So we're very excited for the season.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very intriguing.
You should watch season 1.
Yeah, I'm going to. Then maybe we can do a video on that as well.
Yeah. We'll probably do a season overview because episodes just are pain. We still haven't. We promised to do Daredevil. That never fucking worked out because Hellman's a cocksucker. So I guess because I want to watch Bloodlines on Netflix and
yeah, but we're getting off topic. Let's wrap this up.
Get off topic. All right, so this has been the review, Horrible People Review, True Detective Season 2, Episode 1, The Western Book of the Dead. All right.
I have no idea how that correlates.
What?
I have no idea how that correlates to the episode.
This is a great title. This is a great fucking title. Like I remember when Nick Palazzano or whatever came out, he's like, "Oh, that's a fucking great title." Just writes that shit down. All right, goodbye.